Hello there. Right, general revelation now. Okay, it's slightly different from special revelation. Remember what a revelation is: God revealing Godself to people. Well, special revelation, as you remember from last week, or from the last video and unit that you did, was the idea that sometimes that happens in a very special way: a miracle, a vision, a cure, a remarkable event. Well, general revelation is often seen to be a lot more powerful, because that's when God appears to people through just normal events. Through reading a book, it might be Holy Scripture, something like the Bible, you're going to hear about that. Or just through generally looking at wonderful beauty of nature, and how people see that as being an amazing thing. Or possibly through other things, like lots of religious people believe that God speaks to them through their conscience, their sense of right and wrong, a bit like the argument from morality with Immanuel Kant and St Thomas Aquinas that you remember from Unit 1. Lot to get through in this unit, so have a good look. I think you'll love the story of Nicky Cruz. Good luck.
My name is Nicky Cruz. I want to tell you my story. If you watch this short video, you will come to understand what happened to me. I was from Puerto Rico, and I came to be a gang member in New York. And here you will learn how Jesus came into my life and changed me to be a better person because of the stories that were in the Bible.
You can get high in sex, you can get high in alcohol, you can get high in all kinds of drugs. I was high in hate and violence.
When Nicky Cruz showed up on the scene, people had every reason to run and hide. He wasn't just the leader of the renowned Mau Mau's, the toughest gang in New York City. Nicky was an animal.
New York City was a jungle. The law of the jungle, you behave like an animal. An animal don't know the difference between right and wrong. An animal has to kill another animal for survival.
So did you ever kill somebody?
I cannot answer that question. But I can say that again, yes, we did it together.
Pain and violence weren't anything new to Nicky. He grew up with it in Puerto Rico, where his parents brutally abused him. Nicky's father used to throw him in a room with pigeons.
He put me there naked, and I used to scream, and the pigeons used to get scared, and they crashed me all over.
And Nicky's mother?
She hit me so much, and she knocked me out unconscious so many times over and over, that honestly to God, if I could grab a knife and I put it, I didn't feel the pain anymore.
It wasn't just because they were cruel. They were possessed.
I know that I was planted into the wounds of a witch.
Seances, satanic worship, animal sacrifices. They were all a normal part of his parents' lives.
I saw my mother possessed by the devil many times. My mother had to eat everything when she was under the influence of Satan. So did my dad. All those animals sacrificed, all the blood that was shared, and the smell that was of repulsive, and the spirit that used to manifest, it was scary.
So when he hit the streets of New York, Nicky was a hardened man, void of love, full of hate.
I want to do to others what my mother did to me. Period. I want to know how it feels to get hurt. And I used to feel good when I used to hurt some people.
But alone in his tiny apartment in the projects, he didn't feel good.
Privately, when I was alone, loneliness became like a seductive woman that crawled inside of my chest and eat me. And I was there twisting and fighting, and I felt so lost. The most that you can live in the way I used to live is 20 years. And I was 19 already. 1 year, I'll be dead.
Only two people saw the desperate condition of Nicky's heart. One was a psychologist.
He told me about fight time. There's a dark side in your life that nobody can penetrate. Nicky, you're walking straight to jail, the electric chair and hell, and there's no hope.
The other was a pastor named David Wilkerson. He risked his life to tell Nicky there was hope.
I heard this voice: God has the power to change your life, and I start cursing loud.
You come near me, I'll kill you.
I spit at his face and I hit him. And I told him, I don't believe in what you're saying, and you get out of here.
Nicky never expected what he heard Wilkerson say next.
You could cut me up into 1,000 pieces and lay them in the street. And every piece will still love you.
It did damage good in my brain. And in my heart, I began to question. And for 2 weeks, I could not sleep thinking about love.
Nicky and his gang showed up at one of Wilkerson's rallies, and one by one, they gave their lives to Christ. It was the crucifixion, Jesus' death on the cross, that grabbed Nicky.
I never heard it. And I fell for him.
When he died on that cross, he was a man. Like you. You had the same fears and the same feelings that you have.
The little boy began to think about where I was hurt. I was choked up with pain, and my eyes were fighting, and tears began to come down, and more tears, and I was fighting, and then I surrendered, and then I let Jesus hug me, and as I let my head rest on his chest, I said, okay, I'm sorry, forgive me. And for the first time I told somebody, I love you. And I told her, I love you, Jesus.
The love Nicky got in return radically changed his life.
And when I opened my eyes, I got a new heart. I have been born again. I'm a child of the Lord.
Nicky left the gang scene. He enrolled in Bible college and met Gloria. The two married and moved back to New York City, where they ran Teen Challenge, a program to help troubled teens. Since then, Nicky has raised 4 girls and traveled all over the world as an evangelist and head of Nicky Cruz Ministries.
I am the most happy human being, because I have reached thousands or perhaps millions of people that have come to Jesus through my message. But the greatest success of my life, it was when I brought my mother to Jesus, and my father and my brother.
Nicky chose to forgive his parents, and he asked them to forgive him. Nicky writes about this in his latest book, Soul Obsession.
When true forgiveness come in, and it come out from you soul, forgive me, that dark cloud will disappear, will be cracked down into pieces. And then you have access straight to the heart of Christ.
Once an animal filled with hate, today he's a lover of souls. Now if you met Nicky Cruz on the streets, you probably wouldn't run from him. You'd run to him, and here's what he might say.
I say to you that you can turn all of this deep pain and this hurt and this deep rejection and do what I did. Give it to Christ, and you're gonna be more happy with your life.
So you can see there, the revelation given to me was through the Bible, also through what someone said to me. You could cut me up into 1,000 pieces, and every single one of those pieces would still love you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a general revelation, because that could have happened to anyone. It could have happened to you. You could pick up the Bible and be converted, and God revealed to you. It's not something special like a miracle, but something that generally could happen to anyone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next you're going to look at Mr. Paley again. What do you remember him from?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Right Reverend William Paley, and you might remember me from Unit 1, The Existence of God. I came up with the design argument. It was a very good idea, about the watch and the eye and the universe. Well, today I am going to talk to you about something similar. A lot of people believe that God reveals Godself through nature. This is called the numinous experience. Have you ever been anywhere that is so beautiful that you just think to yourself, wow, that is absolutely amazing? Therefore, the numinous is there to remind you of how little you are and how big and great and lovely and wonderful God is. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Numinous experience. Experience of something greater than you are in the world to make you feel wow. Things that make you go wow. Beautiful.
Hello! Saint Thomas Aquinas here. I was also in Unit 1, just like Mr. William Paley who was before me. Amazing! And today I'm here to talk to you about the final general revelation. A revelation that anyone can have. Mr. Paley talked to you about a numinous, and that anybody can have a dear that. And this one is quite similar to another unit in the argument for the existence of God. Remember when we looked at morality, we looked at a conscience. Some people believe that is God revealing Godself to you. When you get a little bitty feeling in your tummy that tells you when you're doing something wrong, or when you get that wonderful feeling when you do something good, like helping an old lady across the road, which I'm sure people in Droitwich do all of the time, and you get that good feeling. Some people believe that is God revealing himself to you. It's amazing how that happens. It must be real, because the conscience is in your tummy when you're feeling the butterflies and that good feeling. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget next time you do have it, it may be God speaking and revealing Godself to you. You never know. Hey, well done.
Well, here we go. And then that was quite a long video, that one, with the story of Nicky Cruz in it there. So ultimately, the question is, does God reveal Godself to people in a general way? And is that more powerful than the special revelation? Often people think that it is. But ultimately, if it was you, what would you think?